Quickly, you're welcome to this online course where we'll be discussing the concept of data analysis and also the Power Platform for low-code development. So, at any point, if you have question, you can just let me know or drop it on the chat button on the chat session there. To kickstart this session today, I would like to introduce myself and also share with you some of the things we'll be looking at in the course of this study. Also, we'll also be looking at the various things that we'll try to achieve. Okay. You're welcome. Hello, good afternoon, and you're welcome. So, as I was discussing, so what we'll be doing is that I'll just be giving us an onboarding session, the various things that will be required for us to join, to enjoy the class, to partake of the class. So we'll be looking at all of that in this session quickly. So I'll be sharing with us my slide now. So, okay, I hope everybody can see my screen. Okay, you can see it now. Yes. Okay, basically, this is what we'll be covering in this session. Basically, before I kickstart this session, I want to introduce myself. I am by name Gift Ahmed, and I'm a Power Platform developer. I've been able to cover some series of certification courses, even up to the consultantship level, and also I do a lot of data analytics works using Power BI specifically. In summary, I am a certified data analyst with a degree in computer science, and I also do a lot of data visualization, data analysis, and build low-code applications using the Microsoft Power Platform. Here are the links to some of my social media handles. I will be sharing this slide with you in the next in the group session. So the goal for this our course is basically to upskill you with Microsoft technology by learning new things and building solutions from the various areas of knowledge, which include data analysis. That is the overall overview of data analysis. What we have to discuss when we talk about data analysis, using Power BI as a tool and also Excel. Then we'll also be building low code or no code applications using the Microsoft Power Platform. And finally, we'll be doing some general skills offset in computer science as a whole. So our outline for this course for today is that I'm going to be walking us through the various steps here, which is setting up your Power BI desktop, setting up the Microsoft 365 developers account, which is the E5 license, and also I'll be trying to set up the GitHub student account, because in the course of us learning, we want to just make sure that we have our people outside even this domain know what you are learning, and then you can keep track of record of all you have been learning so far. So we'll be doing that, and finally I'll also be teaching you quickly on how we can activate our Microsoft Azure Student Cloud. For this will be specifically for those who are still students. Okay, and I also these are the links to all the resources we'll be using. This slide will be made available immediately after this class, and I'm also recording this session, so I'll also make the video available once this session is over. So quickly, the next thing we want to do now is trying to see how we can set up our Microsoft our Microsoft Power BI desktop. How do you go about this? Now, this is a link you can go to by clicking on it. Once we click on this link now, it should open up a new session. Please, at any point in time, if you can't see my screen or you can't hear me, just feel free to let me know, please. So this is the environment, or this is the website where you can download the Microsoft Power BI desktop. Now, once you click on it, it goes to microsoft.com / the download session here. And all you just have to do is to select your language of preference and click on download, and then select your system architecture, which is either the 64 or the 32 bits. Now, and once you say OK and you click on next, that downloads it into your system. But preferably, if you are using a Windows of higher than 10 or 11 or any other feature Windows that might arise, this method will not be the best, because you will always have to come back and download from this site. But the way I will be teaching you to go about it today is that you go to your Microsoft Store within your system. Okay, let me stop sharing this and I will try and share that screen with you. What you do is that you have to go to your system and you have to open the Microsoft Store. Once you open the Microsoft Store now, you search for Microsoft Power BI Desktop. Now, once you do that, the advantage is that anytime new updates are released or anytime an update is made, of which our Power BI releases updates at least twice every month, you automatically get it downloaded, upgraded on your system. But if you use the first method, you will always have to go back and download it by yourself. So all you just need to do is on the search button here, you click on downloads, you click on the search button and type Power BI Desktop. Once you do that, it will search it for you. And here now what's happening is the place you can see the open here is where you, as a new user that don't have it, will see something like install. Once you click on it, the next and it finally installs, you can now open your Power BI on your desktop right from your system. So basically that is how you can go about downloading the Power BI desktop for your system. So I would advise you use, unless you are using a Windows 7 or Windows 8 or any Windows lower than Windows 10, I would advise you to use this second method, which is more preferable than the first method. Now, looking at that quickly, I would also be sharing with us the next session of our the next item in our list, which is we trying to create our Office 365 account. So let me share my screen. Okay, now for this, how you're going to go about is that I said I made the links available. So what you just do is click on the second link here and it should open up a new tab for you. Now what it does is that the essence of this is that we'll be building Microsoft solutions, and most of these Microsoft solutions can only be done with a premium account, which is often called the E5 license, that gives you access to the Office 365 and some of the Power BI Pro features. Now, how do you get started with that? Is once you click it, you have to join the Microsoft Developers Program here. Now you click on join now. Once you click on join now, what it does is that it asks you to sign up a Microsoft account or your Gmail account, preferably of any choice, provided you already have it linked to your profile. Now you can always, let's say, create a new one. Now this is the one I used before, but I want to create a new one, so I can say create one. Now it tries to ask for my biodata, that is my name and other details. So I'm creating a new account. Now take for instance, if you already have one before, you can always just create, but I have an account, a Gmail account that doesn't have the Office 365 before, so I'll be using that as an example. So I can say login. Now it asks for a password that should be used. I just go with one of my old passwords. Then you'll be, now this is what happens. You would they will send an email to the registration email that you used, that you just signed up with. So quickly I'll check my email from my mobile phone here and type in the code that will be given to me. That is how, because these are the registration processes you have to go through to get your Office 365 account to yourself. So now I'm checking my email. I'm just waiting for the email. Okay, it's here. So I'll type in the code that have been given to me. Then I would say next. Now, okay, system temporarily not available. Okay, you just have to try again, because sometimes the services are often having challenge, but it's not what we can do. Okay, now what I'll do is that maybe I would try and see, because of our, since it's saying temporary updates now, most of the times they give this issue, but it will work out, because that's just the way they do their things sometimes. So what you just do is type in the account, your account, and register, and once you do that, you have access to your developer's account, which is very, very essential. Now how that works is that this is an environment. Now this environment I'm sharing with you now, that I want to show you, is how the Microsoft Office 365 is going to look like when you successfully register, because since the service is down, so now you are going to have a custom domain. Mine is giftamed at giftedworld.online. You are going to fill this in the form. Once you do that, you have your password, and once you log in, you are going to be directed to the Office 365. Okay, I guess you have to use. Okay, yes. No, the Office 365 E5 license is free. That is why I gave you the direct link. There are other ones that are paid, but the one I shared you the link just now is totally free. Yes, and you have for a period of start, you have 90 days of trial, which is extendable to 2 years of practice, because what they do is that they know, they check the accounts. If you are using it in a constant form, they would keep extending the date for you. But if you don't use it regularly and they notice there is no activity on it, they would stop it. Presently, this environment you are seeing me on is still a free account, which I did not pay for. And even the slide I used today was from the Office 365 E5 license. So now what I'm trying to explain is that this Office 365 account now is the one that gives you access to do all the other platforms, which include the Power Apps. Now you have the Power Apps, you have the Power BI, and you also have the Virtual Agent, Power Virtual Agent. All these are located within the the Office 365 E5 license. Once you can register the account and it is successful, they will give you the access to this. And once you have access to this, the next thing is to start creating our cloud solutions and building our Power Platform applications. So I don't know if I've tried to make that clear. And finally, GitHub, which is the GitHub account. I would like every one of us for this class to have the GitHub account, especially because sometimes when we do our project, we'll have to push them to our GitHub account. So in most cases, you would want to go to GitHub. Just go to github.io or just search your GitHub. Now once you do that.com, now you can I have an account already, so let me try and log out and see. Log out. Now what you do is you just try to create your own account by signing up. Once you sign up here, you'll be asked some series of questions, maybe your first name and the likes. Coming, still loading here. Okay, it's asking you what is your email. You have to supply your email. You continue. Then it says this is already taken because this is my actual email to my GitHub account. That is how you sign up for that, and just make sure you have it. Then how to push your projects to your GitHub from Power Platform, from your data analysis dashboards and all of that. I will be covering that in other subsequent series as we proceed forward. So generally that is I just wanted us to get acquainted to it. And then for students, you can, if a student is watching this video, he can click on this and sign up for the GitHub student pack to enjoy some added advantages as being a student. Now for the Power BI class, generally we'll be looking at some series of things which include the environment of Power BI itself, some data analysis work, and then for the Power Platform, we'll be considering a case study of maybe an inventory system whereby customers have to make orders, it has to be approved, and so many things like that. So we'll be considering all of this in the course of us studying the Power Platform and building solutions. But before that, in our next class for Power Platform, we'll be looking at what we call the Dataverse, because all those are things we can still find in the Office 365. We'll be having the Dataverse and some other things where we store our data, our CDS, which is the central data, common central data sources. Now we'll also try to see how we can create that and make sure that we have access to all of these packages before we kickstart our sessions. So I want to give room if there are questions. If there are questions, please you are free to ask so that we can see how we can provide solution to that. Thank you. And my 12 noon is not your 12 noon. Sorry, I'm very, very sorry for that, sir. Okay, and also, okay, at the early hours of the morning, where we can have maybe more time or more sessions, or like not official sessions now. Maybe you have personal questions, you have some, you want us to do some works together. Maybe you are trying to do your registration, it's not going through, and some of those things. Now I'm always available from 12 midnight to about 2 a.m. So I would also you can always chat me or hit me on my DM so that we can connect and solve some of those challenges. But for the main session that will be recorded, in case other people wants to join, will be between the hours of 12 noon and 1 p.m. daily for the next couple of weeks. I don't know if that's clear with everybody, sir. Thank you. Yeah, in absence of no question, I want to really say a big thank you for making it up. Mr. Gabriel, thanks for coming. You came on earlier and you still joined the session. Mr. Walex, I'm very grateful, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. And tomorrow it's going to be, I promise it's going to be an impacting section, because tomorrow we'll be looking at the concept of data world in details, and also I'll be teaching you on where to get data from, basic understanding on how you can clean your data in Excel, and also a little bit of Power Query now in Power BI, and so, or generally the environment of Power BI. So most of these things we'll be covering it tomorrow, but please, the key feature, the key factor for us making progress tomorrow is, let's just try and make it by 12 noon, and then we'll try to see what we can cover. Thank you very much, and see you tomorrow. Yeah. Yes, I will make it available to you. I'm currently recording it on my system. I'll try to edit it. I'll make the sound just to make it available, but you'll get it before midnight. Yes, yes, no problem, sir. Thank you, sir. Do have a good day. Thank you.